For tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am betting on black tonight.
Lovely. You look great.
Welcome to CodeBlaqueFacts, where we talk about all things black to include news and viral videos, mental health, self-love, self-care, self-development, black women issues, crime stories, and black history. If you are interested in any of these topics, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and don't forget to comment below. Thank you.
Say it's a black thing, run deep in the roots. Blacker the berry, baby, the sweeter the juice.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in to CodeBlaqueFacts. You guys know I love you and I do appreciate you. So I'm coming to you this evening because I wanted to talk about this Lakeith Stanfield viral picture that went viral. Actually, let me go ahead and put the picture on the screen. And so, this picture that you guys see on the screen, it went viral. And there are a lot of people basically, just talking about it. Now, I first saw this picture a few days ago. Actually, the Shade Room posted it, but it was at nighttime. And I couldn't do it that night. And then yesterday, I attempted to do this video, and it just, my mic wasn't working right. Just stuff was messing up. So I just went to bed. But I'm back. So I do want to talk about this. But as you guys can see, this is Lakeith Stanfield, and he is an actor. I know many of us probably mostly know him from the movie Get Out. He was the football player that when they went to the house, they flashed that he wanted to take a picture of him, and he flashed his camera flash, and the flash like kind of woke him up out of the trance that he was in, and then they had to like take him back in the house and re-hypnotize him all over again. So that was the character that Lakeith played. And I know from that movie, Lakeith was, he came off to be woke. I mean, it was the many conversations surrounding that movie. And then, he got into this little thing with the Breakfast Club, particularly with Charlamagne the God or whatever. And they kind of had this little back and forth thing. But I wanted to talk about this because what I've seen on social media is a lot of people are talking about, the is there an agenda on black masculinity? You have people talking about the complete reverse, and how like black men are the face of femininity now, and they're trying to become the face of black femininity. And you have people kind of coming from the standpoint of black males being on attack and all this kind of stuff. And so what I did not see people talking about is um how black people continue to get bamboozled by those who come out and portray to be woke, and we find out otherwise, right? Nick Cannon is a wonderful example of that. Nick Cannon was woke. As a matter of fact, let me put him on the screen. Give me a second. Wait, give me a second. Let me put Nick Cannon on the screen here. I want to show you guys, when Nick Cannon was woke, and he was calling himself a Moor, and he was wearing that thing on his head and all this kind of stuff, and he had the show where he would talk about black issues, and he was gonna do the Dr. Sebi documentary and all that, and and a lot of people was like rolling with him. He was, he was woke. He knew what was going on. He knew about the agenda and all of this stuff. And where's that picture at? This is a picture of Nick when he was saying he was a Moor and wearing that thing on his head. Hold on. Some other pictures. I mean, he did this for, I don't know how long he did it, but I do know that, he was woke. He was he was having these issues about black people, white supremacy, and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people was kind of on board with him or whatever. And a lot of people still are. I know a lot of men are, and women as well. But I think that what happened was when he got his little booty cat popped wide open after they accused him of saying something, and he got his little booty cat popped open. He started coming out like this, you know and like this, and so this was just, what was this was in 2001 at the VMAs awards. And people was like, oh, it's a joke, he's joking. But nah, no, we've never seen Nick Cannon do this ever. No, he's got his midriff showing. He's got his little ponytail in his hair with his little hair color. No. So I say all of that to say, he's a great example of being bamboozled, right? The documentary that he did with Dr. Sebi, it has yet to come out. I don't even think it's going to come out. I think that when they gave him his job back and gave him everything back, basically it probably made a deal with him. If you ever come on national platform, whether that be your own podcast or social media or anything, and you say anything about a black people and a white supremacy, and you call out any of it, you going back to the streets. They're going to throw him back out on the streets. And I think that's why he just changed up completely. He don't even wear that thing on his head and call himself a Moor anymore. If you guys notice that, he don't even do that no more. So again, now maybe I don't know what he does in his private life. And again, I don't have any issues with Nick Cannon. I think Nick Cannon is pretty much what we see, whether you're looking at a sports player, whether you're looking at somebody in entertainment. It doesn't matter who you're looking at. I think that this is all part of the game. This is how it goes. When people control and write your checks and they're paying your bills, you're more than likely going to get on the program. Whatever their program may be is the program that you're going to get on. So this brings me back to Lakeith. Lakeith, when he first came out, Lakeith, in the movie Get Out, see, the movie Get Out was about, it really brought a lot of different conversations to the black community, to the black, conversation as a whole. When that movie came out, I remember there were conversations being had about, organ trafficking and stuff like that, black people's organs being taken, because, the movie kind of hinted at that. There were conversations about, black men dating white women. There were conversations about that. There was just so many, because in the movie it had so many different things, but you had to be woke to kind of understand it. So it kind of came from a woke perspective, but it just had so much in the movie. And there was so many different conversations. So being that Lakeith was in this movie, he himself, would also have these quote unquote woke conversations, which, made him appear to be woke. And as we can see, he was woke at one point, just like Nick Cannon. And now they got the man wearing tights, lace tights, with a spaghetti strap shirt. And Lord, I don't even know if that's a skirt or whatever it is. And the funny thing about it is the comments. But let's go to these comments, you guys. I want you guys to see some of these comments, because you got people, blue check people, in these comments talking about they high-fiving. And you would think these are supposed to be, Godfrey is one, comedian Godfrey. This is, as you guys can see, this is he's up in the comments, and he said pause. Then he goes on to say he's an artist. So basically he's trying to, justify him dressing like this. Okay, he's an artist, and what? So are you. Your comedy is your art, but you're not putting on stockings and a dress. But again, Godfrey's supposed to be one of these woke people, woke black people out here speaking against racism and white supremacy. But yet it just don't smell right. It don't look right. And don't get me wrong, you can be woke and you can be, you can be a bisexual man. I'm not saying Lakeith is bisexual or anything like that, but you can be bisexual, you can be gay, you can be whatever. But my thing is, don't be bamboozling people. Don't have people thinking that you're one way and then you are completely different. Like, this is 2022. Be you, do you. Nobody cares what your sexuality, is, or what you prefer. Nobody cares about that. Because, believe it or not, that's what is being questioned. The fact that, again, when you go on social media, it's hundreds, if not thousands, of conversation being had, literally based on this one picture alone, about the masculinity of Black men being under attack. Because you got a bunch of Black men like, what the hell is Lakeith doing? Why is he doing this? Why? You know what I'm saying? But then you also have some Black men that are just like comedian Godfrey, high-fiving, providing an excuse, right? Let's go through some of other one of these comments. Slade, somebody said Slade. And these are blue check people. Some of them I don't know. Some of them I do. And then you have some people up in here like, like this woman right here, Toinette. She's like, now, Lakeith, is there something you want to tell me? You got some people that are saying toxic comments. I mean, just look at the comments, guys. Let's see what else is on here. It says, not all attention is good. Come on. Oh, you out there feeling spicy today. That's somebody said. Damn, they got you. You got somebody with a blue check, strong Black lead. They got the fire emoji sign. So again, you got what is this? It says it's the confidence in his masculinity for me. So you got people saying that even though he's dressed, very feminine, they're saying that he's still masculine, right? And it's funny, you guys, because what comes to mind when I see this is, if you've listened to this channel for any length of time, you would have heard me reference someone named Neely Fuller. And the Neely Fullers of the world, the Francis Cress Welsings of the world, the Dr. Claude Andersons, the John Henry Clarks of the world, and many, many, many more. They told us a whole minute ago how things would be as it relates to Black men and Black women relationships, as it relates to Black men in their masculinity. They told us a long time ago. And the one thing that stick out, because again, you got some of our elders, they said this a whole minute ago. This is why I'm not surprised by it. This is why I'm just not surprised by it at all. I'm not. But one thing that stands out to me, Neely Fuller's, and I'm gonna try my best to quote him exactly. But he said something like, the Black female's vagina will become obsolete, and the Black male's booty cat, the Black male's anus will replace the Black female's vagina. It was something like that. And I remember hearing him say that, and I literally quoted exactly what he said and posted it some years ago. And when I tell you, I had so many people up under them comments talking about he was crazy, that was a lie, and all this kind of stuff. And I thought to myself, no, our elders have been right on point. It may take 10 years, it may take 15, but it almost seems like they can see stuff from afar, and then when it comes, it just be right on point. And that's what come to mind when I see this picture of Lakeith. I truly think of what Dr. Neely Fuller said. Right? And then that leads me to some more questions. Like, if you got guys like Lakeith, you got guys like Nick Cannon, and so many others who they're woke. They know what's going on. They themselves have had these conversations. They have probably more electronics that I could ever own or have in my lifetime because of the access that they have. So I'm not gonna believe that they just don't really know what's going on, like as it relates to the conversations that's being had all over YouTube, all over Twitter. Don't think for 1 second that they're not tuned in and listening to what is going on. They know, but yet and still, what do we see this man do? Yet and still. Some may say he's doing it for attention. Some may say maybe, he's trying to come out the closet. Some may say, well, maybe he's trying to revive, a career or his movie or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The bamboozle, black community getting bamboozled. I say this because I'm gonna bring up another person, and I just seen this not too long ago. Give me a second. Let me bring up Plies. Plies is a rapper. I seen his picture on the Shade Room not long ago, and I'm gonna show you the picture that I saw. Plies came out, and Plies was a.
And like, Jimmy, I say, Plies, take your shoes off and just let me suck them. I said, suck them? She said, yeah, just let me suck them, Plies. I said, what you talking about, babe? She said, I seen when you posted a video yesterday.
So I can't listen to that because it's disgusting to me for a man that's supposed to be, he come out to be this rapper, hardcore, and all this kind of stuff, and he just, it's just disgusting. Like I just don't like it. And don't get me wrong, he's got nice manicured toes, and I like a man that take care of his feet. That says a lot. But we don't need to see your feet. And it's like, why are you posting it for the world to see? This man got 9 million followers. I mean, that's a lot of people, you guys. And it's like, what's really going on here? Like, what's truly going on? We don't need to, like, your feet. And I get it, it was supposed to be a joke, but I mean, some things, I heard somebody say one time, when it come to men joking, there are just certain things that men don't joke about. Men who are straight, they're not joking about, having sex with another man, or they're not gonna grab another man's penis or something like that. Like, if you do something like that, you suspect, is what I've heard before. Right. And it's just like, this is one of them things where it's like, you posting your feet, like I get, but you're doing too much. But again, bamboozle. This is why I say we as a black community keep getting bamboozled, because you do have these men that come on here and they have these different conversations about being woke and about knowing what's going on. Plies is one of them. He's had videos that have went viral talking about racism, talking about, the industry and all this kind of stuff. So again, it's not like they don't know. They know, they don't care. What do we always see? I'm gonna get his feet off the. Let me get his feet off here, because I know y'all like, get them things off of the up here. So let me hold on. Y'all like go back to his thing. So yeah, we keep seeing they come out and they all alpha mailed out, and all this kind of stuff. And then over time, what do we start seeing? First, it's the nail polish, right? They'll start painting their fingernails like black and stuff like that, like dark colors, right? Then after the fingernail polish, it's, the clothing, right? It's, they start wearing skinny jeans, or wearing things where you can, the jeans are real tight. You can look at their butt or their thighs in the jeans, like a woman, right? Like when a woman wears a tight jeans, then it moves from there to like maybe even patterns, right? They're wearing flower patterns and stuff like that. And then it moves to that from the hair. They start wearing ponytails, and now they glossing up the lips. And And it just starts to get kind of go over and over and over. And it's like, am I the only person seeing this? Am I the only person seeing this? Because again, be who you want to be, do what you want to do, but you can't be bamboozling people, getting all this, all this support based off of, a viral video of you quote unquote being woke, talking about, black issues and black men, Nick Cannon, right? And then it's completely different. You literally go and do and be the very thing that you're talking about, right? What else that I want to talk about? The last thing I want to talk about is like how there, so I do believe that there is um and black men are targeted for, showing up as like feminine. I think that, the media do, depending on, the media, whatever, the media do go out of their way to do that to black men. Now, my question is are they allowing this? Like, if I know, then they should know, especially if you're older than me. Like, I, I just can't, I'm just not okay with you want me to believe like all these people, I'm supposed to be more, and it ain't even about being woke. It's just about looking back, sitting back. David Chappelle, he talks about it. David Chappelle talks about how he passed up millions of dollars because they were trying to put a dress on him. That conversation that David Chappelle literally had went viral. Everybody knows. So it's not like these dudes don't know. They know. They know. So again, is it that they're choosing to do this? Are they choosing to do it for the money? Are they choosing to do it for the attention? Are they choosing to do it because they've been hiding with who they really are? Like, what's really good? Because again, do what you do, be who you be. If that's you, then that's you. But stop bamboozling the black community. Stop portraying yourself to be one way when you really not. And again, this really has nothing to do with Lakeith because this is just a photo that went viral. I can't say that I know this man enough to know whether or not, he's bisexual, gay, whatever, which wouldn't matter. But what I can say based off of what he's doing is that it's contradictory. Is that, he's sitting up having these quote unquote woke conversations. He's woke about black people and the plight about black America and black men and so on and so forth. But then he does this. So the last thing I want to show you guys, and I'm kind of feeling like I might not even should because it's when he got into it with Charlamagne. And I want to read to you guys his quote and then do the Charlamagne video. But hold on. So okay. So all right. Wait. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the video. Okay, here it goes.
Yes, Breakfast Club.
No. All right, here you go, guys. So this is the video of Charlamagne, and basically Lakeith was calling out. He was basically Lakeith put this on his Instagram, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. And it basically he was calling out black media platforms for basically portraying black people in a certain way or not, posting stuff that is more edifying, that is more, that will help someone come into more knowledge. as opposed to posting stuff that show Black people or the Black community in a bad light. And so this is what he said. Now, this is what he said. But remember, this is all based on the premise of him knowing what's really going on as it relates to Black people and being woke and knowing, about racism and what's the word that I want to use? The agenda or the attack on the Black man, the Black woman, the Black family, so on and so forth, which I do think there is, by the way. But again, he knows this. Right? He knows this. He's either listening, like I said, everybody gets on YouTube. I don't care how much money they got. They be on YouTube because we're living in a day and age where they be on all the platforms, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all of them. Because again, we're living in a day and age where you can literally have access to the people. You don't have to go through a newspaper or a news article or anything like that. Like back in the 90s or whatever, you had a lot of news magazines out that were for Black people because it wasn't social media wasn't big like that. So now the artist or the entertainer can literally go straight to the people by getting on their Twitter and just doing a spaces these days, getting on their Twitter or tweeting something and then having a back and forth with individual people. Like people can go on and see what's going on, what the conversations are. So again, I don't believe for 1 second that him, Nick Cannon, and all the rest of them that we see in 2022 don't know. Like they know what's going on with Black men, but yet and still they're doing what they do. So this is this is back in 2019. It says it's a fact that a lot of these platforms tend to be feeding grounds for negative reinforcement towards Black nonconformists. They bolster folk vanity and hold a white supremacist scope over Black men and women, often highlighting negative attributes and downplaying mind-expanding ones. They serve as bottomless cowards, consumption pits, and digital, audio, or otherwise slave mentality museums. Add all you want. So basically, he wanted all the smoke because he's telling people you can add him all you want. So, like I said again, he in this Instagram, this is what he's saying. Charlamagne took offense to it and he called him out. And this is what Charlamagne had to say. Now, I can't play the video. I can play the video, I think, but I can't show the imagery because I think it'll be like copyright or whatever. I hope I can play it. I hope I don't get copyrighted. So let me switch back over and I'm just going to play the audio for you guys.
Quote. I don't know what the hell Lakeith Stanfield is talking about, but I do know myself, Charlamagne the God. In the 9 years I've been on this Breakfast Club, I strive every day to be the perfect balance of ratchetness and righteousness. All right, there's not another show out there that goes from Byron Allen to Black Youngster like it's nothing. All right, you tell me a show where the guest list goes from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to 21 Savage. This show has gone from me talking about sucking farts out of women's asses to me encouraging brothers and sisters to go to therapy and invest in their mental wealth. You know why, Lakeith? Because that's life, and that's the way life works. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and act like we've gotten it right all the time because we haven't. We've made plenty of mistakes on this radio, plenty of things I've looked back on and said, yeah, we should have played that a certain way, and all that critique is fine. But Lakeith Stanfield, don't you ever fix your raggedy ass mouth to call the author of Black privilege, because I truly believe it is a privilege to be Black, anti-Black. Okay? Ask all those white people who call up here every day complaining about me saying crack ass crackers or mayonnaise, or asking me why everything got to be black and white. All right? Ask them. Okay, if I'm anti-Black. Don't ever fix your mouth to call a brother like me anti-Black, because Young King, I know for a fact you don't take the chances that I do every day in the name of Blackness, all right? That's exactly why you didn't call out any white media outlets, because your publicist, your agent, and those Hollywood executives you work for would have had a fit. You would never take that chance. See, as a Black person, it's safe to go at Black outlets like Shade Room, World Star, Lipstick Alley, Breakfast Club, and many others, as you said, but you would never fix your mouth to say that about any of the white outlets that do the same damn thing, because you know that would affect you in Hollywood. So who's the real coward? Okay.
All right. So that's enough of that. But I wanted to show that because, like I said, when he did that, again, a lot of people rallied behind him. And they were like, yeah, he's right. You do have all these black platforms. Now, again, this is after he's done Get Out, after all the conversations, the many, things that was in that movie that people pulled from and were talking about. So people was looking at him like he was woke, like he knew what was going on, which I think he does. I just think that he posted that picture in the lace, dressed up like a woman and all that kind of stuff because he don't care. Because again, him and the many others are bamboozling the black community. They come out, they get all this support, and they really don't be checking for, black people that way. Now, is that to say that, he's not for black people? I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, again, this is not lining up to what, at least what I thought of him and many people like myself, because you can just go up under his comments on that picture that's on his Instagram right now. You can go to Shade Room, you can go all these places where it's been posted and all these people are having this conversation, and many of us were not we just didn't we wouldn't expect that from him. Okay. The last thing that I want to bring up is, in relation to all of this, one thing that I'm starting to see, and I've said this before not too long ago, is that what I see happening a lot of times too, you guys, is not too long ago, maybe a few years ago, I can't remember exactly, but there was a big conversation going on about black women being more open to dating bisexual men. And since black women date, have children with and marry at such high rates with black men, many black women just are not open to dating bisexual men. That's just what it is. That's just how it is. And so there was this whole conversation some years ago where where it was like, I think it was like the transgender group within the LGBTQ coming out against black women, talking about how black women don't date or not open to date biracial men, and how there are a lot of men who are biracial, and stuff like that. And I just feel like, to be honest with you, there's an agenda when it comes to the black family, when it comes to black children, when it comes to just the black people overall. But there's also an agenda on the black woman as it relates to trying to get black women to be more open to dating bisexual men. And the way that they do it is they start them out like Lakeith, right? Lakeith and all his masculinity, looking all cute in these movies. Let me share my screen. They start him out with Lakeith looking like this, right? This is Lakeith right here. And this is Lakeith right here. And you see he's all dressed up with his little hoodie on, his little hat on. That was the Lakeith we saw. This Lakeith, looking all, cute and handsome, right? This is what we saw, right? Right? And then we get bam. Then we get hit with that. They start them out like that, and then slowly but surely, we start seeing little things, and then we start hearing conversations about, oh yeah, well, maybe he like men and women. What's wrong with that, black woman? Why won't y'all be open to that? They did the same thing with black men. I remember I think it was Genuine, and he was doing a talk show, and they had a either a gay man or something like that, and he was like, kiss me, Genuine. He was trying to get Genuine to kiss him, and Genuine was like, no, and Genuine was like, I ain't got nothing against you, but no, it wasn't Genuine, it was DMX, it was somebody, I can't remember, but it was done then too. And I think this is what's happening. I don't think Lakeith is gay. I think Lakeith, if anything, may be bisexual, and or maybe not, I don't know, that's not my concern. But I'm just saying that I do notice how, like, even when you look at politics, you see a lot of these dudes in politics, they be having a wife, they be having kids, and then they get found in a hotel room with a Bucci cat busted wide open because they over there getting hunching on a man. And then it's like, oh, well, so what? He has a wife. Maybe he's bisexual. Maybe this, maybe that. Why can't y'all be okay with that? It's like, no. Some people are and some people are not. You can't force something like that. But that's just my what do you guys think? Those are all my thoughts. I wanted to get, make this video and bring a different perspective to light. And so I am interested in what you guys have to say. What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Also, you guys, you can hold on, let me put it on the screen. You can email me at CodeBlaqueFacts@gmail.com. Also, check out my description box. I post, if you want to connect with me on other social media platforms, you can just check my description box for those. And again, if you want me to cover different topics or stories or anything like that, hit me up. Send me email to CodeBlaqueFacts@gmail.com. And of course, you can cash out me as well there as well. And that's all I have. And until next time, you guys be easy. Bye.